Y'all know who it is. It's the man CharleeBlacc. This is my man Tyrone. Say what's up to Tyrone, guys. Alright. Tyrone, today on the CharleeBlacc Show, man. We're here to interview you. Just to talk to you a little bit about the restaurant industry. How did you come up with the concept of kiKis Chicken and Waffles?
Me and my wife came up with it. We've been in the restaurant business. We was working in there, and we just came up with it. We was actually out in Atlanta at Gladys Knights, and we was like, man, we need to bring one of these back to Columbia. So, we put our heads together, came up with kiKis Chicken and Waffles, and brought it to Columbia.
Oh man, y'all, what makes you guys stand out in Columbia?
That's the soul food, and just putting the love behind our food, and the person, and being, the person behind it, being out here talking to our customers, and you can see it, you can see the vision, because we in the location, so
yeah.
so you can always see like, all right, it's not no pretend, you can go be at here, you can ask for Tyrone, or you can ask for Kiki, we normal people,
Yeah.
So,
Listen, man, I remember when you guys had your spot over in like the little small spot.
Yeah.
The number one club spot. Every time the club let out, we had to go get some food from kiKis.
Yeah.
So from then to now, how have things changed like in the industry?
Um, from there, it was easy to get employees back then. I just think just employees, and with the COVID and everything, it took a toll on the workforce. So, and it's just been hard getting people back to work. So
That's true. Because I remember when they was giving out those subsidies, boy,
Mm-hmm.
nobody wanted to go to work.
Right.
And a lot of people said, "Well, I make more money sitting at home than I do going on a job." But you guys were the true crew. You guys, y'all were the what I call the standalone soldiers.
It was hard. It was hard, but we made it through. So yeah, it was hard.
And like speaking of COVID and the pandemic, during the pandemic, how hard was it to bounce back from like the pandemic to like what you have going on now?
um, Actually, it's no bouncing back. We still need employees, and like I said, we just stick with it. Yeah, kiKis, me and my wife, we pride ourselves on just letting people, getting in our staff. We just stick with it, no matter how hard the times get. We adjust to it and just keep on going. You know,
What's your formula to adjusting? You know what I mean?
and when the problem come up, you don't run from it. You attack it.
Okay.
You don't run from the problem. Let's go attack it. Hey, this is the problem. Let's find a way to solve it. We don't panic. We don't do nothing. Just attack it and get through it, and then we adjust to it. Find a rule or whatever the formula come up with, so it won't happen again.
Did you guys come up with like any incentives for your employees, like to retain the employees or?
We offer health care, 401k, um, just being a part of a team, how competitive wages, always grow. I'm like one that I like to grow from within. Like
Okay.
most of my managers been with me. You know what I'm saying? They started from cooks, dishwashers, servers, and they've been with me. So like I always tell people, you have the opportunity to grow with us. It's just not hey, I'm just coming here to cook. I'm just gonna serve. You could be a manager if that's what the choice that you want to make. If you show that's what you want to be.
That's
You
true.
know, so.
That's a good thing, man, because a
Mm-hmm.
lot of businesses they go outside to promote, and promoting from within that shows that that'll help your employees to actually strive to do something different, you know.
Exactly.
And it seems to be a formula that works.
Yeah.
because you got guys here. I know one of your managers, and he's always been a good guy. I know him for a long time, and he's always been a good guy to me.
Yeah.
So it's like, it shows that people can, they promote from within. It'll give them those incentives to want to step up and give the extra oomph to put in more, to help out and be a
Yeah.
good part of the team.
Hmm.
Um, like like I was telling you before about an experience I had when you guys first came to this spot. When the first time I came to this spot,
Yeah.
and me and my wife came here, and like she had never been to like a chicken and waffle spot like this, and like it was very warm, very, what I'm saying, inviting. It made you want to come here and eat and
Hmm.
bring your friends here, bring family here. Like when I have family come in from out of town, this is the
Yeah.
spot I always, if I'm not with them, I always tell them, y'all should check out kiKis. That's a better day. Like when they're like, well, what restaurant you suggest that we check out? I'm always like, kiKis, man, go to kiKis, no matter which one. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like I said, this is home.
Yeah. This is
Ball
home.
Parkway,
Hmm.
that one I like it,
Hmm.
but this was the spot that rigid like solidified it.
Yes, it is. This is home. That's what we always call it.
Yeah,
Ain't no place like home.
it definitely ain't.
Yeah. Hmm.
Now, you guys, your food is always phenomenal.
Thank you.
All right. Do you guys come up with your own recipes? How do you come up with the ideas for the food that you're going to create?
Well, my wife come up with a lot of the recipes and she does a good job on keeping us out here competitive with other restaurants with recipes and bring new things to the menu. So that's the only way to try to keep something new going.
Well, I noticed that you guys stand out. You know, in Colombia, I noticed that you're in a few magazines. It's like kiKi's Chicken and Waffles. This is the happening spot. You know what I mean? Like even celebrities come and visit kiKi's Chicken and Waffles. Tell us about your experience with having, these special guests that come in.
It's a blessing, like I said before, just being here and seeing the different walks of celebrities as well as other people,
People, yeah.
just meeting people and a toll is that's something I live for. That's what I like about this job. About you know running kiKis is you get to meet so many people. Different walks, different lives. Politicians, you get musicians, you get musicians, actors. You get regular codes, councilmen, everything, and
Right.
everybody got a story to help you, and you
Hmm.
learn from. So that's one of the things that I like.
Hmm.
That I love about this job. About this job and being in the restaurant business, getting out here to talk to them.
That's true. Are there any words of encouragement that you would like to give any young entrepreneurs trying to start not just the restaurant business, but any business?
Just don't give up. Just stay focused and stay consistent in what you do. Um, just don't give up. It's going to get hard. I mean, if you ain't prepared for it to get hard, man, don't jump out there yet because this may not be for you. But know that them hard days gonna come. Just adjust, stay with it, stay focused, stay consistent, and it'll come. Your time will come. But you have to stay. You have to stay there and not give up. Every day is not going to be rosy. Every
Yeah.
day is not. You're gonna wake up and say, "What the hell did I do? Why am I in this shit?" I mean, basically, you're
Yeah.
gonna say that. You're gonna be like, and then you be like, "Okay, this is what I need to do." Regroup yourself and say, "This is what I need to do to keep on going."
Okay.
That's the best advice I always give everybody. Just keep on going. Don't give up. You know.
Now, I know you guys. You do chicken and waffles. That's one of your main staples, right?
Hmm.
Now
Yeah.
the soul food is crazy too.
Yeah.
Now,
So
what are some of your main soul food staples that you guys have?
it's the soul food plate that comes with four wings and two sides and the corn muffin. And you can either get your wings honey style or buffalo style,
Okay.
even barbecue if you
Oh
choose
wow.
to. Um, I think the smothered chicken, smothered pork chop, just come over a bed of rice and gravy or mashed potatoes. That's a big seller. you know, you get fish and grits. You know, everybody
Okay.
south they get fish and grits. The low
Yes.
countries of shrimp and
Grits.
grits.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have it's not just chicken and waffles. You know, it's
Mhm.
a whole variety of stuff. You know, so I mean, you come and try us out. You know, I have customers that have tried our whole menu that been
Oh
riding
wow.
with us from day one,
Yeah.
and always come and get something. It's just like me. You know, one week I might be on chicken and waffles. Next
Mhm.
week I'm on French toast. Next week I'm on fish and I don't eat grits, so I might be on fish and macaroni and rice and gravy. You know,
Mhm.
next week I might be on honey wings and macaroni and cabbage. You know, so
Every time I come here, man, ever since I've been coming to kiKis, even when y'all was in a small spot,
yeah.
I get the same thing.
What's that?
Those chicken wings.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the wing.
Those wings, I get the every time I come here, man, I get the wings and waffles.
Hmm.
And I'm like, my wife is like, why don't you try something different? I was like, this was what I all. This is
Yeah.
what drew me here.
Hey,
Every
you
time
ain't
I
the only one.
came, that's what I came for.
You ain't
And
the only
it's
one.
like it's hard for me to get away from those chicken and waffles.
Yeah.
You know.
It's like it's a, not it's like it's some customers I can walk out and I already know what they got.
Mhm.
When I see it, if I could be back there and I could be expoing or even cook it,
Mhm.
and I'd be like, oh, wings and fries. Oh, okay, that's my boy over there. I know he out there. Let me get his food out, clean up, and go
Mhm.
out there and holler at him. You know, you just know. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like certain people, what they gonna get? Okay, they get the little thing. You know, you might get a bread. I need somebody say I need small, the smallest wings you got. Oh, okay. I know who that is. That's my little friend. Okay, let me go out there, holler at them. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's the joy you get, you
Yeah.
know, and I get from it. You know, it's like just meeting people, man, and it's being around people, learning from them every walk. You know, I learned so much from the like older guys that
Mhm.
I mean come and talk to me, you know, own businesses and
Mhm.
you be like, hey, okay, you know, that's how you have to do it,
Yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah,
Now,
all right, thanks.
do
Yeah.
you guys have like any special nights of the week? Like you have certain themes or whatever, like jazz
As
or
of right now we don't. We used to
okay.
do a lot of jazz, you know,
Mhm.
music on Friday and Saturday night we
Mhm.
stopped because of the COVID, and so we didn't go back to it. But
Okay.
eventually, we will go back to it.
Okay.
I think we tried to do it after the COVID, but it wasn't all that because people still
Still,
scared coming
yeah.
out and being around a lot of people.
People.
So we kind of we'll go back to that, you know,
Okay.
because it was a big thing, you know.
Okay. Now your other restaurant in Bauer Parkway.
Yes.
Do you guys like? Tell me a little bit about that restaurant. I've been there.
It's the same thing.
Same thing.
It's the same
It's
thing.
it's, it's
It's
just
no
like
different. Yeah.
I've been there, but I
Mhm.
didn't experience it. Like
Yeah.
this one, I experienced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the same little, just a newer building.
Yeah. All right.
It's just a newer
So
building.
you also run that one as well? You also cook at that one or run that one?
We have to. My wife be over there more than I will,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, we still. It's the same thing. It's just it's like I always say this, and this is one thing. Like I was saying, me and my wife, we always go to get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To get better. So when we opened up down there, we was there. When we
Mm-hmm.
came here, we got better.
Mm-hmm.
As we opened Bauer, we got
Better.
better. As
Mm-hmm.
we open the next one, we're gonna get better.
Okay.
And that's just the thing. You know, it's going to the look is going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be more, you know, more modern to the
Mm-hmm.
time of day. And because that's what we believe in
Mm-hmm.
is getting better and you know getting to the next level.
You guys like speaking of expanding.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you guys foresee it like having smaller locations, like in different places?
Exactly. We want to get there. You know, I think, you know, knock on wood, we would get there. I think with the pandemic, it kind of hindered us because
Mm-hmm.
I think we was moving in that direction because we
Mm-hmm.
had just opened up our,
Mm-hmm.
and we was moving. Everything was going perfect with staffing wise. You know, we had everybody in play, everybody
Mm-hmm.
in order, and you know, we was like, okay, cool, we're gonna keep on moving. But yeah, eventually we will get there. I don't think too much smaller places,
Mm-hmm.
because I already know like I say, you live and you learn. I
Learn.
know from that other spot, a smaller place,
Mm-hmm.
not going to make it. We'll outgrow it,
Okay.
And so yes,
When I
that
say
that
smaller places, I mean like little small versions of the big kiKis, like how they have them
the
in the
satellite,
malls and the satellite stores. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like that. Like
We used
something
to,
that.
yeah. I would think so if it's a good opportunity.
Hmm.
I think right now with this location, Park Lane, being on the northeast,
Hmm.
and then that the B.U.O being on the other side of town, we got a good market there. I wouldn't mind going downtown.
That's
Probably
what.
one
That's
day
one of the things I was
a
asking.
little smaller place, like something not smaller but nice size. But
Hmm.
you get your downtown place,
Hmm.
you have problems with parking. So
Hmm.
you know, but yeah, I think we just whatever comes our way, we down for it.
I know
So
that's.
with God grace, whatever He brings
Yep.
towards us, we just gonna go at it.
That's
Mm,
good.
yeah.
Um, and like with this industry growing and evolving and turning it like this, the restaurant industry right now, you're seeing who's really going to be around for the long haul.
Yeah.
Because I see a lot of restaurants just closing their doors.
Yeah.
Like,
Man, COVID been hard.
oh
I
yeah.
can talk for this one. COVID been hard. It came back, and I mean, the economy is where it's at.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's hard. I feel for every restaurant. Every restaurant owner, every restaurant, because it's hard out here dealing with the restaurant industry. And everybody, just as some groceries went up in the grocery store, the groceries went up.
Yeah.
To us, and is still able to put a entree out and still able to make money off it. It has come out because now your lines is there
Hmm.
because not too many people is going to make that type of
Hmm.
not too many people coming out spending money. We
Yeah.
understand that you got other things to take care of,
Yeah.
so it makes it hard for a restaurant, especially not these chain restaurants.
Hmm.
For us smaller restaurants, you know, it makes it hard. So I mean, my hat goes off to anybody that even
Yeah.
jumps out there
Yeah.
and open up a restaurant, man. I mean, it's hard.
Yeah.
So, and I feel with them, and I like the fact that a lot of us get into it. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And they're giving a variety of things to go because I patronize all my people.
Hmm.
So
I appreciate you for patronizing me, man.
yeah, yeah.
It's like I'm realizing that being a New Yorker, you know what it takes to make things happen. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
You know how to, I'll say, get it out of the mud.
Mhm.
Because like everybody, most of the people that I know that own businesses
Mhm.
from that have northern backgrounds,
Yeah.
they seem to be cool, calm, and collective when it comes to like having to adjust or making a way when it seems like it's no way. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like always cool and calm. Like don't really get upset. Don't really stress about it.
No. You be going ham, and you never see me. I'm going ham, but you just got like I say. I mean, you gotta go at it. It's
Yeah.
just it is what my mother always said. It is what it is.
Yes, sir.
She always told me that. She said, "Todd, it is what it is. Now get yourself out of it." And that's all from that time. That's all I it's instilled in my head, and that's all I want to instill in my son. Okay, this is where you at. This is what you gonna do to get up out of
Oh man.
it. You know.
Like your son,
Mm-hmm.
is he how old is your son?
7.
7. Oh man.
Oh, he a beast already. He
Oh
be.
man.
I think about 10 or 11. He be running. He be running one of the stores.
Oh man.
Man, I had him one time cooking waffles.
Oh
He
wow.
loves it. He loves it. He takes after his mother. His mother
Okay.
liked to cook, so
Okay.
he be back there with her cooking at home. So and then he come here with me. He tried to get behind it. I was like, look, come on, this one, just make sure that
Yeah.
he's good. But he likes it. He loves the
Oh man.
restaurant for now.
Oh yeah.
Until
Until
he
he
gets
starts working
getting older and have to come in like on Saturday, like when he out of school. Hey, it's time to go to work. You be
Yeah.
like, I'm like, it's time.
I want to go with my homeboys. Nah, it's
I'm
work
in the
time.
bed here. Yeah,
You
but
go after you finish working.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. Having those sons, man. Like I have some sons,
Mhm.
and they're older.
Yeah,
But I have one that he is all over the place when it comes to what he wants to do,
yeah,
and it's like I have another one that he wants to do what I do.
yeah.
So it's like trying to show him what I do is
Mhm.
kind of hard. you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
is what your son, he can see what you do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He can physically come in and be in the element and see what you do. So it's like you're molding him to
Mhm.
have a mind for business.
Yeah. That's what we hope to. Yep. That he definitely. I think I heard the saying before, and I tell my son, he's 7 years old. I told him when my wife get mad, so you talk to him like a grown man.
You got
So
to.
and you got to. I'm raising a man.
Hmm.
And, God, I wish I'd be here forever, but no. So,
Yeah.
and I tell him, just make a difference. Whatever you choose in life, make a difference.
That's a
And
good
people
thing.
like, and I felt when you say that, like with cooking food.
Hmm.
And with kiKis, I think we make a difference.
Yeah.
Giving the people not just opportunities to work, but when people here enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
You put in the smile, you changing people. Their spirits and what they might be going through. A lot of times people come here, they might go through something. Enjoy the food, little conversation
Hmm.
takes a long way.
It really
So,
does.
so I think, and I tell them that just whatever you do in life, just make make a difference. Yeah.
And you definitely make a
Mhm.
difference in our community.
Yeah.
And but ever since you guys have been here, we, just riding by, we see the parking lot full
Yeah.
pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And how do you guys keep that consistency? How do you guys, not get bogged down in the monotony of, okay, we're going to do this. And, because every time I come or every time I'm reading an interview or I'm looking at something on YouTube, and I'm seeing that you guys, you're consistent every time across the board. And
Wow.
everybody gives the same response. Oh, kiKis, that's the place to be. That's the happening spot. And every time I have family that come in from out of town, I say, go to kiKis. If I'm not
Yeah.
with them, I still tell them
Thank
go
you.
to
Yeah.
kiKis. Because this play, it's like it's never been a miss. It's always been a hit. Every time I came, get food or just to come sit at the bar, have a drink with one of my homeboys.
Yeah.
It's always consistent.
Thank you.
So like we appreciate the consistency. You know what I
We
mean?
try. That's with a lot of stressing coming out, a lot
Yeah.
of yelling, yelling behind the doors.
So we don't get to see that.
Oh, you
That's
don't
why
get
we
to see
see the
it.
cool,
Yeah,
calm, and
you get
collect.
the cool, calm, collect. You ain't get the yelling in the back. Hey, this way, but
Are you like the head cook over, or like over the whole restaurant? You do all the cooking, or you do the
no,
prepping, or you
I
got
wish
somebody that?
sometimes, I mean, me and my wife, if we have to, it ain't nothing that we
Hmm.
gonna get back there to do.
Hmm.
It's been time we have to wash dishes. We'll wash
Hmm.
them, my wife included. But no, we have people back there that cook. It is recipe we show them. It's more of just training them
Hmm.
and getting it the way that we want it. That's why I said, it's you have to get people to believe into what you believe,
Hmm.
and that's the hardest thing, especially in this time of age.
Okay.
So social media can tell you different,
Oh
but
man.
it's just getting into it, and that's with trying to stay consistent, see stage. But sometimes we get back there. Saturday, Sunday, somebody call
Hmm.
out. Food taking too long. We gotta get behind the line because like I always said, you gotta get it out. I don't want nobody waiting 20 minutes for two chicken and
Yeah.
waffles.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's get it out, and we gotta get dirty. It's a lot of my shirts that got dirty. My wife
Oh
be
yeah.
coming back and be like, "Why you was behind the line?" I be like, "Hey, I had to get back
Yeah.
there." She do the same. So it's and that's the point of
Hmm.
not letting it fall.
Hmm.
You could look and it be running 30, 50 minute tickets and just looking and no, you gotta go jump back there
Go
on
and
that
get it.
problem. Okay, then when you finish it, that's the problem when I'm talking about you find the adjustment. Because if I'm back there with you, and now once I got, I'm looking and I'm observing, finding what is the problem back here to bring me back here. So after I finish, I'm gonna adjust it and tell the guy, whoever comes, hey, this way you went wrong. Hey, this way you need to go. Let's go
Hmm.
ahead. You see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So you know.
You have like your restaurant background.
Hmm.
That must help a lot
Hmm.
in you know in just your daily tasks just
Yeah.
here. You know,
Yeah.
just having a 25-year run.
Yeah. Thank
Man,
God. Yeah.
how does that feel, man? You're a legend in the
Oh man,
restaurant
it's
industry.
body getting old, getting old, getting weak. But it's been good, you know. So
Okay.
like I said, I love doing what I do,
Did you
and
go to
that's the
school for
most.
this?
No, I just love doing what I do.
Oh wow.
You know, so
Yeah.
you learn.
Self-taught. Huh?
Yeah, so I love doing what I do, and you learn every day. Like I said, you adjust every day. You know, you act like my wife said, you ask questions from other people that's
Hmm.
running businesses, and you go from there. You know, and I always say, I always tell my managers, and I tell everybody, you know, what's good for me might be good for me, but you take something from me and make it into your own
Okay.
twist and make it work for you. Because that's all I did. Hey, okay, I'm gonna twist it into a way that's worked for Tyrone. Okay, this is what it is. Or maybe your way works, and I might use your way, but I
Hmm.
make it into a way that works for me. It's like I tell a lot of people. I'll be like, I can't see you. I'm 25 years. I can't come do something every day
Yeah.
and don't get better at it.
That's true.
But and I always say that to but I don't
Man,
say it
you're a
like that.
veteran in this thing,
I
man.
said, man, I said, how you coming through something, you know, but you learn every day.
Hmm.
As long as you learning every day, you moving right.
That's
And I
true.
tell my staff and everybody, if you think you know all the answers, why are we here? You know,
Exactly.
so as long as we need to come in every day, be looking to make it better
Hmm.
and learn something. You know, the slightest thing I might learn. You know, I might
Hmm.
say somebody might sit there and tell me, like it was surprising to me a couple of weeks ago, and I was talking to our, one of our manufacturers that give us chicken,
Hmm.
and I never knew that big wings taste different than little
Little
wings.
wings.
Never knew that.
Hmm.
Ate chicken all my life, and then I'm sitting here with you know, we use medium wings, jumbo wing, and then we have a small wing. I'm looking at this jumbo wing, it just don't taste right.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, it don't taste like ours. I'm like, okay. He was like, nah, this that explained it to me. I was like, oh, I never knew that.
Oh
You know,
wow.
a wing.
A wing. It's
And
you
I dealt
learn a
with so
lot
many
from
wings,
everything.
yeah.
And
So
you've been
I'm
doing this
like,
for over
wow,
25
yeah. I'm
years. You
like,
still learning.
that's the reason, because I've been places where wing don't taste like, but it's chicken.
Yeah. I mean, but
Yeah,
every day you learning.
yeah. And that's
That's what
all it
makes
is.
you better.
Yeah, that's
Never
a
stop learning, you know what I mean?
never stop.
As long as we live in this life, we never stop learning.
No.
It's like I'm learning from you right now. You
Yeah.
know, and it's like a lot of people don't understand the process of how a restaurant is ran. The process of how, you know, like you said, a big wing can taste different from a little wing. You
Yeah.
know, you taught me something just having a conversation with you.
Yeah.
And we really appreciate you taking the time out, man, to give us some of your time because you're a real busy man. There's a lot
Anytime,
of
man.
things going on, man. And you running a restaurant, doing an interview, you know what I mean? Counting money, doing it all, man.
Oh man.
You got 10 hats at one time, doing 10 different things, man. And you still made time for us. So we greatly appreciate you, man.
Thank you,
Thank you,
man. I
man.
appreciate you having us.
Thank you, man. How's the food, man?
Good, man.